Welcome back. Men's Mental Health Awareness Month is recognized each June to raise awareness of the mental health struggles that men face and to encourage open conversations about the topic. Joining us this morning is James Ramirez, a member of the steering committee for the Southern Oregon chapter of the National Alliance of Mental Illness, or NAMI. Good morning, James.
Good morning, Marcus.
Appreciate you being here this morning.
My pleasure.
First question, what inspired you to get involved with NAMI and how long have you been a part of it?
So what inspired me was about 20 years ago, my son, I only have one, had a mental health crisis. Basically, he was diagnosed shortly later bipolar. And this is where we embarked upon this long journey of getting help and assistance. So that's what originally started me towards that road. We looked at a number of organizations. There's NIM, National Institute for Mental Health, and then we went to NAMI and found that they provided an extensive amount of information, support, and education.
Absolutely. As a father, what difference has that made for you when considering your own mental health?
Well, for me, it has helped in the sense that it's helped me look at myself in the way I reacted and how I worked with him, and then also to evaluate myself, that I'm not the answer to everything, and if I had issues, where can I go to get help and support for those issues?
For sure, for sure. If someone feels like they might need some help managing their mental health, I know it's really hard to talk about. So what would you say is like a good first step in order for that conversation to happen?
So I think one of the first steps is to basically it's recognizing that you have an issue. I know as men, we find a means of that we want to be able to do it ourselves, right? That we can resolve that and work through it. The easiest I know I have found is to reach out to my doctor and say, is there something wrong with me physiologically? And once I've evaluated that, then I look at a number of different things. Am I exercising regularly? Because that's important for you. And what am I eating? And in those things, and then go out and continue to do more research and sleep. Much like I know they talked earlier about this pillow thing, but research and sleep and ensure that you're getting proper rest. And naturally, I'd go to NAMI Southern Oregon. I know that's for us here locally. NAMI is nationwide. It's in every state of the United States. And they provide advocacy, support, education, and those are the tools that really make a difference.
In my opinion, I feel like diet, exercise, and sleep, just again, my personal opinion, I feel like that isn't talked about enough. So specifically with those things, how important is it to prioritize, especially with June being mental health awareness for men specifically? Like how important are those things? Diet, sleep, exercise. How does all that factor into being your best self?
Tremendously. I mean, we look at what we eat today and what's available in the supermarket. Granted, I'm not in any way downplaying what they provide, because we look at the cereal aisle and there's like 50 different cereals and they're all filled with sugar. But those are the things we have to look at. What am I intaking into my body and how is it affecting me? And then also staying in tune with your doctor to be able to find out maybe there's something happening, a pituitary gland of some type of physical health condition that's in any way hampering you from being able to be yourself and optimize your own personal health and well-being. And self-recognition, it's important that you really need to evaluate yourself and have others who you can talk to and share with and say, hey, I'm having an issue. I belong to a support group, a number of support groups, and they've been inspirational. Now men's sports group, as well as NAMI support group, which we have twice a month, and it's available online or in person. So,
great stuff, great stuff. Is there anything else we haven't talked about that you'd like to mention this morning before I let you go?
I think one of the things I want to continue to remember is that we're not the answer to everything. We have to look beyond that, and we have to know how to reach out. There's a tremendous number of resources that are available here in Oregon itself, as well as in many different states, but we have to be able to put our pride aside and reach out to those organizations to look for that help and that support that are available.
Awesome. We Really appreciate you joining us this morning. I know, again, it's not easy to talk about, but it is important to talk about. So we really appreciate you being here.
It is my pleasure. Thank you.
NAMI Southern Oregon is the local branch of the National Alliance on Mental Illness. It's run by volunteers just like James. If you'd like to learn more about what mental health resources are available locally, visit the website right there on your screen. James, once again, thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
We'll be right back.